My name is Mrs. Temperley, and I am the teacher librarian at Bettendorf Middle School. This video tutorial is intended to show parents primarily, and anyone else who needs this, how to pair up with their students' Canvas course. There are a few steps involved, and I'm going to take you slowly through those. So the first thing is you will need to sit down with your student and have them log into their Canvas dashboard. There is a piece of information that is needed from their account before we start the pairing process. So I am logged in as a Bettendorf Middle School student. So again, you would have your child do this while sitting next to you. Once they are logged in and on their dashboard, they'll need to go to Account, which is right above the dashboard part of the navigation bar. So clicking on Account, then the student will need to go to Settings, and then from this page, go all the way over, the student will go all the way over to the right-hand side of the page and click this last option here that says Pair with Observer. It's going to generate a code which the parent will want to write down. Now, if for example, you get something and you're not sure, is that an O, is that a 0, just click it closed. Click Pair with Observer again. You can keep doing this until you get something that you can read. Okay, I got one that I understand. So parent, you'll want to write this down on a piece of scratch paper, and do pay attention to whether or not it is a lowercase or a capitalized letter, because that does matter. Something else to let you know, if you are wanting to pair up with more than one student, let's say you have several children who are using Canvas, you will need to do this for each of your children. So each student or child will need to log into their Canvas course and do this step. So let's say, for example, you have two children that you want to observe through Canvas. You're going to gather two different observation codes. And please know that that particular code will expire in 7 days or after you've used it. Now, when you log in for the first time as yourself, you may be asked about notification preferences. You can certainly set that up, and I would actually highly recommend investigating that. How often do you want to receive information regarding such things as due dates and grading policies, course content? Do kind of go through that to change those. For example, for due dates, it defaults to the weekly summary. If you want something more urgent, like immediately when due dates come up for your students or students, that's fine. If you decide later that, oh my gosh, that's too much, you can always turn those notifications off. So definitely take a look at notification settings, because it can make a difference in how much email you are receiving. Canvas can get overwhelming if you're getting too many things too often. Okay, so then when you click on Account, you will see that you are set up then in Canvas as an observer for your child. And on your dashboard, you will see your students' courses, student or students' courses, so that you can see what they're up to in their classes. As I mentioned earlier, if you do have multiple students who use Canvas that you would like to observe, this is how you would go about adding students and adding courses to your dashboard so you can see multiple things. As I recommended before, having each of your students log in, write down the pairing code for each of your kids, and then to add multiple students, it's simply a matter of going to Account, clicking on Observing, which is the 1, 2, 3, the fifth one down. You will get the option of adding another student. So let's say you already have one you're observing and now you're ready to add another one. Simply put that pairing code in and click Adding Student. Okay, so you can see, now I have it blocked out so you can't see the student's name, but you'll have the first one that you set up, and then as you add additional pairing codes, multiple students will show up there if you have more than one. And I just wanted to add, if you do have any problems or questions about pairing up with your students, please feel free to call the BMS library. School's number is 563-359-3686, and library staff members can be reached at extension 5100.